Hello everyone, welcome to the video of today. This is Beyond the Truth, and today we are going to be talking about Drakospito, the dragon houses of Greece. The island of Avia hides a great mystery upon the highest peaks of Mount Ochi. There are 25 famous megalithic constructions that are known as Drakospita, which in Greek means dragon houses. They are exclusively found on steep and dominating locations. They are built out of huge slabs of limestone which form a pyramid-shaped roof. The opposite walls converge towards each other as the slabs are put on top one another, with each of them protruding inwards in regarding to the one below it. The other architectural features include monolithic jambs and lintels, as well as stone shelves protruding from the wall. A great number of these Drakospita show a very unusual ground plan. Most mainstream archaeologists state that they strongly resemble the Cretan mitata that function as secondary structures and pastoral units used especially for the cheese-making process. But that seems like an easy cop-out, coming out with a vanilla explanation in the absence of a real explanation. They have been used for that purpose, of course. The whole island has been used for sheep herding for thousands of years, but that doesn't mean that was their original purpose. And furthermore, a simple comparison of photos of the Drakospita and the Mitato show that they are two completely different things. You don't need to be a trained archaeologist to see that the Mitato are built from small field stones and are similar to other such small temporary buildings that are seen in southern Italy and in Spain as well. While the Drakospito are built of massive stones and the way they are constructed is not seen anywhere else, mainly I am referring to the side walls sloping inwards and the amazing way that the pyramidal roofs were built up by stacking limestone slabs at an angle. And some of them contain finely shaped worked stones. One does not go through the trouble of making a piece of stone into perfect rectangles just so that he can house sheep or make milk. Such utilitarian edifices are constructed fast and on the cheap, namely as are the Mitato on Crete. An interesting theory finally derived from the research in the dragon house of Oche, which was identified as sanctuary of Zeus and Hera. Perched at an altitude of 1,398 meters, just below the peak of the mountain, the monument of Oche is undoubtedly the most impressive of the dragon houses. The pottery found here dates from the Archaic to the Roman times, indicating a continuous and uninterrupted use of the site for centuries. Attested historically and archaeologically, the most primeval worship of Zeus in the Greek region took place on the tops of mountains, and it's not without relevance that the seat of the father of the gods was Mount Olympus. The roots of this mode of worshipping are so old that they lead us back to the Minoan Peak sanctuaries, and so wide that they reach the prehistoric cults of Asia Minor. In all aspects, they are undoubtedly of megalithic architecture. They must be one of the first monumental works of the European culture, and such places have always thrilled the popular imagination, which could not perceive them as human-made structures. Whatever the ancient Greeks attributed to the Cyclops, their descendants attributed to the dragons. The giants with the supernatural powers of the Greek folk tales. The windswept Drakospita of Avia gave rise to a wealth of local legends, whose leading figure remained the dragon that lived in the dragon house of Oche, the almighty terror of the region. So many questions remain unanswered. Why did the people on the island decide to build with such massive blocks, while on nearby islands people just built with small, more manageable rocks? They remain to be a hidden part of history and are not really included in the tourist trade in Greece. Most tourists never get to hear about them, and the lack of infrastructure on the island makes them rather hard to get to. I am not sure that we will ever know who built them, or when, or even why. Maybe that is not such a bad thing. We can all use a bit of fantasy in our lives, and the idea that there were dragons on the top of the mountain that needed houses is a good story. Tell us what you guys think, and we'll see you in the next one.